Okay, guys, well, we gotta say goodbye here. So I'm thinking that I pick up these cards on the floor here. We get a reshuffle and we say goodbye. They're a little chilly. Oh. Okay. Oh. Well, the lunar eclipse change obviously needed to make their presence known. We're in store for a change. And it has to do with going from sad to happy. All right, it landed right on change. The 7th house, we're working with our partnerships and we are connecting to our abundance and we are working with Mercury, the mind. And we're about to have a transformation. And it's connected to Taurus. I have what we have here, what we actually have. And we feel like we don't have something. This is what they're showing me. And I really feel like we don't have support right now. And I'm going to get us a message so that we can understand that we do. Oh, look at that. I didn't leave this here. There it is. Past. There's the message. I didn't even have to do any work. And it's connected to how we're going to heal with our solar plexus. And it's connected to what is being reflected back to us right now, our self-reflections. Adversity. And timeline. This is what's happening. Past. The past is where I come from. Let me remember with honoring its teachings. And look at that. This is how we will understand and grow within the present moment. The message that we receive from channel messages. Wow. It is true that the past is where each of us has come from, with all of its triumphs, joys, hurts, and sorrows. Some that can seem to have left undeniable marks upon us. But when you let the past define you, it is difficult to be in the present moment, missing opportunities that arise to interact without judgment. Nature's law dictate your experience of cause and effect, and form the knowledge of your past. And from the knowledge of your past, we can find safety. And look at that. We're using our experience in order to understand where we're going, but we're using the present moment. When you stick your hand in a flame, you understand that you will be burned because of the remembrance of your experience. And my son just experienced this. We were lighting candles for Thanksgiving and he burnt his finger for the first time ever because he wanted to help me and I told him no, he couldn't help me, and then he touched the flame and he understood why. Because you're gonna get burned, and it was a hard lesson for him to learn, and we all learned this lesson, right? So you're always gonna remember this experience. When you bring your past into the emotional experience, it becomes much trickier. The emotional baggage from your past can make it difficult to form new friendships, venture into relationships, and try new experiences because you're in fear of being hurt or failing. But this is what the masculine is seeing. The masculine is seeing that it's time to close the door to our past and honoring this. As an empath, your intuition is one of your greatest gifts and a wonderful tool. But its true ability is only realized when you're present in the moment, from a place that is not filled with wounds from your past. And that is very key. Adversity. No matter how deep the muck of my experience, I will continue to reach for the light. The story of the lotus is one of overcoming obstacles. And there's our connection to the feminine and the lotus. The 10 of Cups. And wish fulfillment through the 9. The lotus and our obstacles are about overcoming by using our wisdom. It's gained its petals, which opened one by one in purity, unsoiled by the mud from which it came. So for the empath, often born into challenging family situations, later attracting partners in relationships who cannot love us as we need, and adding to the experiencing of day-to-day emotional overloading simply because of who we are and what we are. It soon becomes evident that adversity is a companion on our path, and there's our connection to gaslighting and the feminine healing from gaslighting. Whether the feminine's gaslighting herself or the masculine within her life or her partner, loved ones, mothers, fathers, whatever who's in her path has been gaslighting her and she needs to heal from that. Or now she's doing a combination of both. Because she's been shown gaslighting, now she's doing it herself. And remember, masculine, this is you too. This is the feminine within you, and honoring that this can be happening within your life. Whatever's happening in the masculine and feminine is happening through us, guys, okay? And we're honoring this. So for the empath, often being born into challenging family situations, later attracting partners in a relationship who cannot love us as we need, and adding to the experience of day-to-day emotional overloading simply because of who we are and what we are, the muck of your emotional life is not a pleasant experience, but it is possible that you can learn from the story of the lotus. Inner strength can be found and developed. That's what we're doing. We're developing inner strength. And that's going to allow us to equal vector equilibrium. We're equaling the same within as we do without. And guys, remember, there is an actual, there's math for this, okay? There's math for the golden ratio. There may even be a realization that the mud isn't that bad when you focus on the beauty of the destination. Do not let the muck of emotional life soil the purity of the gift that you are. And there it is, feminine. There it is. And there it is to those masculines that are honoring the feminine within. This is it. And now it's connecting us to timeline. And I have a feeling this is going to be a very pivotal piece of information. The timeline. In my experience of time, I walk forward openly, ready to choose that, knowing the lessons fill me with wisdom. And there it is, we're filling the cup with the right thing. Experiencing time as an empath is different than how others experience it. Vivid dreams and deja vu can make you question the very nature of your reality. How is it that in a dream and a vision you can be given clues into something that will happen beforehand? We're working with our gifts here. Also, when you are energetically sad or depressed, time seems to drag on endlessly. In moments of joy and love, time disappears as quickly as it arrives, leaving us wanting more. All this is teaching you the energetic reality of time. Some believe that there is a series of events in each person's lives that give us an opportunity to make choices. These choices teach by the experience of energy. Ooh, look at that. We're learning about energy right now. Choices made in fear elicit a heavier vibrational experience. An absence of choice because of fear elicits no vibrational change at all. Choices made in love and truth open you up to a higher and lighter vibrational energy from source, allowing the experience of desiring more. These energetic clues lower heavier vibration, no vibrational change, and energetic lightness soon becoming equated to your emotional experience. Fear can stop your life cold in its tracks. Love can speed life up to a point where every moment becomes precious, and never would you squander a single opportunity to be present. Knowing the choices that are before you help you create an opportunity for movement, and there it is, healing from tension, by using Metatron's cube, the geometry connecting the masculine to the feminine, as we are seeking within the unknown to expand the information with our energy, the matter with the energy. Now, we begin to choose wisely, knowing that energetic growth is the food for the soul. And there it is. Wow, guys. Just wow. That's all I'm going to say. Just wow. Eight of Cups. And we have Temperance. We're doing alchemy with those cups. And it's connected to the Prince of Swords, our truths. The masculine honoring their truth through youth. And there it is, the sword. The clarity that we need. There's been an ending in order to achieve the Four of Pentacles shift. And it has been achieved. The feminine is healing from the Five of Pentacles. There's a clarity that needs to be seen. And it has to do with the Nine of Cups. More confirmation, it has to do with the Nine of Cups. And the masculine is working on something that's connected to the Nine of Cups right now. From the 5D and beyond to the 3D. This is what they're showing me. This is what's happening. And it's getting us here. Confirmation right here. And it's by honoring La Luna and the moon. And whatever this is, it's going to restore motion for the feminine. Now motion has been restored for her. And we've expanded. We achieved what we set out to achieve. When I grab two cards, let's see what it is. Yeah. Freedom. Freedom from the mind in order to work with our intuition, in order to act, to get us where we're going. And the masculine right now is trying to get the feminine's attention. And it has to do with connection. Within this Two of Wands, look at how there's a connection through the earth. I'm telling you, there's a connection here. And it's to the Three of Swords. And now we have the King of Wands. King and Queen of Wands. Counterpart, energy achieved, connection achieved, and repaired through action. And look at that. The Six of Pentacles. We've restored balance through the earth. I can hardly wait to see how. Well, guys, I was called to honor the feminine, and not even called, like straight up, just time of slowing down. I was having a little rest, and you know what? They're like, you didn't finish the reading, because, you know, this is what I do. I feel it. I feel it when we start. I feel it when the messages, and I feel it like when it's ended. But it didn't feel ended. And this is why. They've shared the message, this part, and then we're just going to get a card and we're going to say goodbye. As like Mercury is going retrograde, I had to rewind a little bit myself. Take a pause and a rest and come back to share this message. And I was just chilling with my boo, and I was really honoring just, you know, it got really cold here. Winter is approaching. The Lovers, there's alchemy happening. And we have a great teacher here of alchemy, Thoth. And Thoth, he is master alchemist. He's a master teacher. He has the scroll, and he has that same scroll now that the masculine has been working with, and it's connected, our connection to Mercury, as well as symbolisms, creating with our subconscious, being activated with our subconscious. And this alchemy is happening between the feminine and masculine, and it's connected to our connection to home. And what is happening here? The masculine working on the Nine of Cups, and the feminine working on the Ten of Cups through the Ace. And that is connected to this. We know that this energy is no longer reversed after the message we just received. And I want you to see on the back of the devil card, look, there is the lotus. And that is our connection to the feminine. And what's our connection to the masculine? There's a burning book here. Once again, more connections to written communication. And this is the written communication of the old and written communication of the new. This is connected to the Three of Swords and rebirth, which is the time that we're going to be entering with Scorpio. Okay? And it's connected to our future message. It's going to amp up our Three of Swords healing. So if we're not dealing with this, we're going to be dealing with it. Okay. I was like 2 cards, but now I know we'll share the one that fell. Fierceness, Wolverine. And it's connected to peace, gorilla. And look at that. There's a lot of symbolism within here to say a lot of things. Peace, gorilla, gorilla, gorilla. To seek or negotiate for peace is a position of strength, not weakness. Choose peace rather than war. Strong leaders lead by example. The greatest kind of strength involves restraint. Do not judge a book by its cover. There's many things said there. And restraint is connection to the high priestess. Pause and not reacting with our emotions, but responding with our emotional intelligence. The connection to the left brain, right brain connection. Okay? Now, this is the thing. We know that we got the message of leading. It was by the stag. Now, there's a doe here. Connection. The animal gorillas are 4 species, are found in Africa. Come on, my buddy. They are the largest living primates and share between 95 to 99% of their DNA with humans. And my favorite story of this is by Spirit Science and how we evolved from our connection to gorillas, primates. Mountain gorillas are found in the highlands of Rwanda and the Republic of Congo. They are listed as endangered, which has decreased from being listed as critically endangered prior to 2018. Well, thank goodness, but we still got to do better, right? Western lowlands gorillas have 2 species. Okay, they have a deep emotional life, both laughing and crying, among other emotions they express. Despite their size and incredible strength, they are very peaceful creatures that rarely fight or injure each other. In the very rare cases where a male silverback has to defend its troop against other gorillas or a leopard, it will fight to its death. Like us, they have individual fingerprints, use tools, are intelligent. They even meditate between each other to sort out their differences. The mature dark-coated male with a saddle or silver on his back, the silverback, also happily plays and shields the very small and dependent infants from any harm. And boy, couldn't we learn a lot from animals, guys. That's what's really being reflected back to us. It's beautiful. And this is connected to our last reading. Another beautiful sign and synchronicity that to show we're on the right path, we're on the right track, we're following our way. The magic. Everyone has heard of King Kong, so perhaps the idea of gorilla magic inciting peace and sociability may be shocking. We know of the huge physical strength of gorillas, yet this power is used with incredible restraint. When you need to exercise the same restraint or need to be the peacemaker in a situation, call on the gorilla magic to assist. We're gonna call on this magic. That's That's being part of the alchemy from old earth to new earth. Part of the path now. All right, guys. Until next time, when we build off of this and where we're going. There's a connection to loyalty here. You know what? I love this. If you look at our last reading, part 1, there's the Canadian goose who's very near and dear to my heart. They mate for life. They are the lovers in one of my favorite and first tarot decks that had a connection to my father. And Canadian geese, they mate for life. And this may be the red-crowned crane, but its representation, its symbolism is connected to the image of that bird there. And that's what I mean. The connections, guys. There's a connection. There's a language of symbols as well. Like, we've been discussing the unspoken languages. Here we have one right here. Symbols. Another one. We're on the right path, guys. We're on the right track. Until next time, love, light, and healing energy sent your way to create with. I look forward to seeing you again soon. Take care.